My boy, Old McDonald. Yo, having a farm and all that. Gotta hand to my boy, Old McDonald. Oh, fuck, I have Mega Man Unlimited. I forgot to play that. Let me make sure. Those are my ears you're assaulting. Excuse you. Oh, fuck, is this on? Hi. Um, let that singular I just uttered be a bit of kind of foreshadowing to how much I'm going to say during this. So, alright, I guess I'll be right back. So for context, I spent, like, I shit you not, like, roughly 4.5 days straight exclusively playing this. I would load up the game, I would work on these levels, and I would go back to sleep. I have a general idea. I have a story in mind, and I had a rough time conveying it through the level design. A few days ago, like when I was kind of roughly aware of this game's existence, but I never really got around to playing it until like a week ago, maybe. I'm not 100% on that. I'll have to double check. But when I found it, I immediately was like, "Oh yeah, I'm into this." So I shit you not, 4.5 days straight, working on, like, I was cranking out 1 to 2 levels. Does that math that up? Okay. No, it was either 3.5 days or 4.5 days. Because I passed out after I made this, but I do have like a general story in mind, and we'll get around to that. And I'm going to explain the likely reason for the even like dislike thing. So the general idea of these series of levels is it's meant to be a retelling of Mega Man 1, of Mega Man 1's climax specifically. I'm kind of borrowing from, because you know you're all the way in Wily's fortress, which I've decided is in space because fuck it. Um, these tiles I didn't know were supposed to be oil. Yeah, those are supposed to be oil, but I didn't know that. So now the whole isn't Wily's entire space fortress in this game is just like a giant metal bubble or something. Can you blame me for not really knowing what the fuck this is? Anyway, there's no charge shot. You can't slide. I didn't have the charge shot added because I kind of wanted to get the point across that this is meant to be like super early in the series. I added the slide because I felt like it. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, all right. But over here, you know, the entire first game has already happened up until Wily Fortress 1. You know, all the Robot Masters were. Now, if you'll notice, I have this for some reason. I only have the Mega Buster. The reason for that is going to get explained in the Proto Man prequel levels if I ever get back around to that. But you know, you didn't pick up any of the weapons because, you know, little known fact, the Mega Man 1 Robot Masters are Dr. Light's robots. And, you know, Mega Man neutralized them, but he didn't finish them off because, you know, he used to be friends with them. You know, sent them back to Dr. Light to get them, like, repaired. In case, Mega Man done fucked up because his Mega Buster isn't doing anything to Yellow Devil. And you may be wondering, Eric, how in D-fuck did you get this completed and uploaded? And the reason for that is this is an unwinnable boss. If you noticed, when I came through the door, a checkpoint entered, not before, right as I came in. And that's because to the side of the screen, you can see it kind of moves when the screen's supposed to be locked because it's a single screen boss fight. I'm gonna go ahead and get killed by him. Now the issue with this is I wanted to, I don't know if you guys have ever played Mega Man X specifically, but at the beginning of the intro stage, Vile there, and he rocks your shit, and I kind of like how I wanted to portray the same feeling of helplessness here by like kind of having the facade of this being like an actual boss battle that you're supposed to win when you're really not. But yeah, inevitably you die. Getting killed by him is tedious. I know. People have suggested that I leave like one of the tiles that sets the amount of energy you have, or make the battle arena more dangerous, so it's less annoying to die. On one hand, I agree, but on the other hand, I kind of feel like that defeats the purpose of what I was trying to do there. Here, what's going on is, Mega Man failed, and he has to make an emergency escape through here. And I guess I was trying to portray that he, like, went inside the ship and, like, kind of slid out of one of the cannons here, as you're about to see. And looks like Wily tries to shoot him down before he exits the barrel, and he crash lands back down to Earth. I fucked up here. The background. The city you make it to later is the general idea. I keep saying general idea. I'm sorry. I have a really shit vocabulary. But that back there is meant to symbolize like a city. This is Dr. Cossack's one of his backgrounds. I don't know why I chose that and not, the futuristic city you eventually return to. To be fair, this was the first one. I didn't have everything thought out yet. These boxes are here because I tried to make it to where you could actually escape the Yellow Devil arena when your health got low enough. And I feel like it should have worked, but I think because Yellow Devil is the only boss character in this one, the screen would, like, not let me get out, even if I didn't have a boss door. These are here because I originally had health items, and I kept them here for some reason. I was gonna have the finale against Yellow Devil be here. Like, you go to that room, he's not there, and you exit again, and here he is down here waiting for you. I love this theme. This is Wily 2 from Mega Man 3, I believe, which is the theme that plays either during the level of or the level after you beat Yellow Devil Mark II in that game. That was not intentional, but when I realized, I was like, you know what, I'm going to pretend like it was intentional. So Mega Man is lost in the wilderness. He's got to make his way back to Dr. Light's lab, get repaired, maybe some upgrades. And these things are one of the first people I had play this thought these were meant to be like physical manifestations of trauma. No, these are like these are the only for the first 3 acts, these are the only regular enemy outside of the boss characters. I was trying to get the point across that they were like infesting everywhere. You're in the middle of the wilderness, contrary to what this metal sidewalk would have you believe. Inconsistent tiling, I fucking hate that. You don't have to kill these, by the way. I just do it because they give you a lot of drops, and it's fun. Yeah, I don't know why I changed the tile here. So yeah, the first 3 acts of this they kind of get progressively better, but they're roughly the same, as you'll see. So you escape from Wily's battleship. You you know, he's like preparing to invade the city that's like all the way around the world. So you gotta go through the wilderness and these structures that we are about to come across to make it back. Wait, did I activate the checkpoint already? I guess not. So these are temples. You visit... I think you visit 3 of them. So yeah, you collect those. I'm gonna call them gears because I have no conceivable idea what they were meant to be originally. It was okay. It was... like, once you know that... I think what really killed this one is... Yellow Devil being unbeatable, and me just not knowing how to portray that you're supposed to lose. Like, I feel like the screen not being entirely locked and the checkpoint activating after you enter the room are kind of dead giveaways that, you know, something's up. But other than that, the fix here is... and I think this kind of contributes to why I couldn't have, like, an escape sequence for Yellow Devil. For some reason, after Yellow Devil killed you, it used to just be a straight slope, like in the laser cannon when you escape and crash land to Earth. Originally it didn't. The reason why you go down there is because if you like slid in there, slid back, you wouldn't be able to get back out. And I think why that happens is Yellow Devil is technically on that screen. He just like isn't loaded yet. And, you know, boss characters are supposed to lock you in until they're done. Or until they're beaten, and he was the only one in the level. Like, it's just a guess. But it's the best one I got. This one did really well. This is Act 2. You can see you get 2 abilities in this one. I may have mentioned this already, but the entire map of these series of levels is supposed to be like a giant like swirl. Like you kind of start off right here, and like at the top of the swirl is Wily, but this is where Yellow Devil is, and you lose, so you fall down, so you like swirl around through the city, through the battleship, beat Yellow Devil, and get all the way up. I'm not sure if that makes sense. I'm going to hope it does. I haven't played this in days, because I was playing this for, like, exclusively this, I shit you not, for 4 days straight. Played no other games, YouTube, work on levels, go to sleep, 4 days. This is one of the, I think they're called the Mega Man, I was talking! One of the Mega Man killers, from the Game Boy games, which I have got to finish. But yeah, this, as I'm sure you'll soon see, all 3 of them just annoy the shit out of Mega Man. For their original like versions in the Game Boy games and Mega Man 10, I don't even know anything about them other than they're called the Mega Man Killers. I don't even know if they're made by Dr. Wily. I put a checkpoint there specifically in case you slid into that hole. I love this theme. So, you know, you're still in the wilderness, and, you know, because you gotta ask, what is that temple? Why is that there? I think I've been indoctrinated, is that the right word? Mega Man 9 has, like, some really precise jumps that you gotta inch your way for. I think the first Mega Man game has that as well. And I love Mega Man 9. I don't know how popular that opinion is. I've seen some people love it. I've seen some people hate it. I love Mega Man 9. It's my favorite in the original series of games. Yes, even more than Mega Man 2, even more than Mega Man 11. I like Mega Man 10, but you can see we're at the top of the mountain now. Can you tell? Yeah, I really wanted to portray that these things are fucking everywhere, and also kind of get the point across that you really are just in the middle of nowhere. Now you're in like a like I didn't really bother portraying it. It would have been so easy to do too, but this is meant to be an underwater cave, literally, and I cannot stress this enough. Literally, all I had to do was put some water tiles at the bottom, and then people would be like, "Okay, we're in like an underwater cave." I think I portray that better in Act 3, once we visit yet another one. Something I want to point out to you guys now, so it makes sense later, is the rules in this series specifically, the Rockmonster series. If a character does not give you a weapon when you defeat them, they are not dead, and they will most likely come pester you later. Okay, we are in a new temple. I didn't name these. That is a glitch. I thought he was just gonna like fall to the bottom. So you can see your Buster does affect him now, but your Flame Sword doesn't. This using Charge Kick was possibly my largest mistake, because you can cheese so many of the obstacles with this, and I kept that in mind with for the Proto Man's first level. I'll get around to that. And speaking of Proto Man, he is also the reason why this item is here. Just kind of, like, not in the orb, like we'll see later. Like, it's just kind of sitting there. It'll be that, and what happened to the original Robot Masters will get explained in those levels when those are done. This is literally the only time I use a key door, and I don't remember why. I like a Charge Kick, don't get me wrong, but, like, especially considering I made it, anchors. Oh, sorry, I was so distracted by the fact that. Okay, let me explain what just happened there. For some reason, these invisible blocks, if you had them like a single square, like this block right here, they would be like the width of Mega Man's foot, and it would make it look a lot harder than it really was. And I just noticed that it got fixed. Yeah, seriously, what is that? What is that supposed to be? Like, and I'm acting like it's a gear of some kind that only Mega Man can collect. So we're gonna go back, Act 3. Yeah, that sword dude is named Anchor, by the way. I don't know if well, I did say it, but I wanted to reinforce it. Yeah, originally this one it looked so thin, and I remember. I don't know why I'm saying my friend. The person I had play this was Echo. He voices Garrett in Sonic 2009, and he was the dude who played Sonic 2011 with me in those experimenting videos. I think he said something like, "First of all, fuck you with these 1x1 spike jumps." I'm sorry, Echo. I kind of like these rooms where you have to like stop and think before you move. I kind of botched that in Proto Man stage. I think I did a good job kind of conveying the fact that this temple is supposed to be super dangerous without making it actually ridiculously hard. I thought I was just going to land on the platform because I had planned to stop moving and continue talking, but you know what, that's alright. That's not how you're supposed to get through that, by the way. I think that's a glitch, but I'm choosing to keep doing it like that because I think it's funny. Yeah, you can see here, no matter how high I jump, unless I like hop off the ladder and run into it, you can't actually touch these unless you like going from here. Yeah, I had to be careful not to make it like it's kind of like a misdirection. Like, oh, I better be careful with my jump here. You physically, when you're on those bottom platforms, you physically, whoops, cannot get up there. If you remember, you got to this temple like through an underwater cave, so you're kind of like climbing back up to the surface. And wouldn't you know it, you're not quite in the woods. You're you're still at the like mountaintop. This is Pluto. His weakness is Slash Claw because I'm just that much of a sadist. So he is another one of the Mega Man killers. Again, like Anchor and all the other ones, I know nothing about him other than the fact that he's a Mega Man killer. I don't know if I finished my thought earlier, but, you know, Wily, for the entirety of Act 1, Mega Man was presumed dead. But at this point, he's caught wind of him being somewhere. So, you know, in my alternate universe, he created the Mega Man killers to hunt him down and get rid of him. So these little droplets here kind of serve as some mild foreshadowing for the next temple. In that temple, there's a non-lethal version of those used for decoration. I thought it'd be cool to do that. I know Gutsman's theme doesn't really fit the vibe of like being like kind of in the middle section of the mountain, like not quite in the skies, like really tall like you were in Act 2, but not quite below like you were at the end of Act 2, just kind of in the middle of the mountains. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted this water section to be longer, I really did, but adding the water was just kind of, it wasn't hard, but it was annoying. So I at least tried to make it seem cool, I guess. I like that jump. Something I want to address real quick before we get to the last temple is these are called petite devils, I'm pretty sure. They're supposed to be green, usually. I don't know why there's like a regular yellow devil variant, but I'm not complaining. They don't attack you at all. And I kind of failed to keep that in mind for the entirety of Act 1 and some of Act 2, but around here is when I realized that the correct way to use them would be to make them be in the way. Like, not exactly a constant danger, but, you know, they are, like, there, and they have to be dealt with in order to progress. I actually remember when I had Pax play these, he had so much trouble with Pluto, and I don't know why. That's about all I have to say about that, I guess. Yeah, there's a lot of melee stuff here. That wasn't intentional, but honestly, I'm kind of glad I did that. Because if I just gave you Metal Blade at the start, it would have been piss easy. I like that background. That's from one of Nightman's, I believe. Alright, bye. I'm sure everyone hates me for these two jumps that are coming up. This is when they are just in the fucking way, and if you make them split at a bad area, you can't hit them, and they'll hit you to the ground. But I have here's a little tip for you guys. All right, well there goes that. But if you slice them with whatever this is called, Slash Claw, unlike Flame Sword, they won't split. Now, you can use Charge Kick to get to that door, which, when I playtest these, I only use Mega Buster, I should clarify, so that's on me, but you're supposed to do this. Oh look, it's a blue version of the drop that was in the cave earlier. Like I said, foreshadowing. These don't hurt you, and I didn't know that until the level was done. Oh, surprise, double boss. Deal with Anchor first. Thank me later. I can't believe I made Pluto completely immune to Anchor's main weakness. That's such an asshole thing to do, but I didn't want it to be like, I didn't want you to be able to completely cheese it with Charge Kick. So yeah, as you can, it's not nearly as hard as it looks. I like this ability. You barely ever use it, which is a damn shame. Because it's really cool. It's from the Game Boy games. I think now is the best time to address one of the main things I hate about the temples. They're meant to be somewhat styled over the weapon you collect from the heart of the temple. Like, you know, the first one had falling platforms and lava, so you get Flame Sword, whatever sense that makes. And the second one had a bunch of spikes, and so that one gave you Slash Claw. This one, you would think you get, like, Ice Slasher or something. With, these are steam, but I'm pretending they're, like dry ice air currents or something. No, you get Diamond Shield from this level. That jump sucks. That is a lot harder than it looks. You can't spam the jump button, and it's just annoying. It took me like 7 tries to get that timing for that down. Yeah, that one was... It wasn't bad, but I don't quite think it's my favorite. Then again, I don't know what would be my favorite. You get a whopping 3 new weapons of this one. The gem is the temple item. I love this temple. If you don't use Charge Kick to cheese everything, I have such a great time getting through everything. Once I remember, like, how to do it. That is not how you're supposed to do it. I gotta restart. This is probably why if you hate this level, I understand why, totally. It is... this late in the series, the jumps and it's super unforgiving. It just barely is not a Kaizo level. So the intended solution here was to wait for that second icicle and then jump on here, but you can actually jump there without it. It's a pretty tough jump, but it's possible. It's not nearly as hard as it looks, but it's still pretty fun to get through. Pluto is dead, by the way, because, you know, we got, as I said before, if you get an ability from a boss, you have fully killed them. Anchor hasn't given us anything yet, and in case it wasn't abundantly clear, I wanted him to be, like, the recurring rival threat. And Yellow Devil's kind of like the end game. This is Punk. He sucks. So I originally didn't even give him a second weakness, but I wanted there to be some sort of tactic to beat him outside of Diamond Shield. I did not press that. I'm not sure why that happened. So you can see up there, this temple, these temples were created by Dr. Light. And, you know, they have... Because remember, this is supposed to be a retelling of Mega Man 1. It's a little hard to explain. But I kind of wanted these temples to be kind of like a precursor to the capsules that Dr. Light leaves in the Mega Man X games. You know, like, the idea is he doesn't have the technology to, like, detect Mega Man X's, uh, Bluetooth, I guess. I'm not really sure how that works. So, they're essentially meant to be trials of some kind. Maybe not trials, but, like, only Mega Man can get in here type thing. So, at this point, you're like, okay, this is starting to get repetitive. Boom, we made it back to the city. And, oh god, Wily is invading. This is the first time we've seen regular enemies that aren't the petite devils. So yeah, the city is wrecked. His robots are everywhere. Okay, I should jump. Oh. I'm cooked. There is not a singular E-tank in this entire level series, and there's not going to be one either. The reason I did that was because I feel like having to go to the pause screen to get the E-tank kind of kills the flow. This did not happen in playtesting. That bullet being there, I don't understand why that was there. Yeah, you gotta do that all over again. This is kind of the point where I was like, alright, this is maybe a little too much. And then I proceeded to, for Act 5 and the first Proto Man prequel level, I decided to make it 10 times harder. I remember when I was playtesting Proto Man's level, I was like genuinely getting frustrated. Like, I was getting pissed off. I was like, no, I'm not making it easier. It's not hard enough. So yeah, I'm going to assume that one has more dislikes than likes. But unlike Act 1, it's not going to be due to a misunderstanding. It's going to be because the level is genuinely unfair. Because I forgot to keep in mind, literally, the cardinal rule of making a Mega Man level is when you introduce new level mechanics and threats, you want to show them off in a controlled environment. That's kind of what I tried to do for the temples, but I didn't want to make it too easy. Was the thing? Ow. Yeah, that charge attack is pretty good with dealing with these guys. The bombs, I mean. And oh look, it's Dr. Light's lab. You know, this is kind of the point of the whole thing, is to make it back to Dr. Light's lab. It's Dr. Light's lab. Oh god, it's this fucker. Oh god, I was not paying attention. You bitch! I'm not doing so well. I should probably save my weapon energy. God damn it, dude. I hate when he does that. Ugh, you know what? I'm just gonna hold on. Ugh, I can't fucking stand Punk. So, there was literally no way for me to portray it in the level design, but, Light was abducted by Wily at some point off-screen. No, Punk is here to... I'm playing this wrong. So what happened here was... I originally made his secondary weakness Flame Sword. I killed him, by the way. I'm going to explain why giving him Metal Blade was a questionable decision in a second. Ergo, why giving Pluto B dash was also weird. Uh, yeah, Punk used to be weak to. He used to be weak to Flame Sword or Slash Claw. I don't remember. I changed it to Mega Buster because he's just a fucking. Because using two close-up weapons as the weaknesses kind of fucking blows when you have someone as fast and powerful as Punk. So the general strategy is to like hit him with the Diamond Shield as he comes out of a roll, and then keep shooting him with the Mega Buster while he's like throwing stuff at you. I gave him Metal Blade and I gave Pluto B dash because I didn't know that Mega Man 10 actually has abilities for them. Yeah, they have their own abilities, but I didn't know that until after this level was done, and that's my fault. I fucked up. I'm an idiot. As for the jet armor, I kind of left that as like a hidden gift from Light, like a one last gift from Light. You know, because the temples are his. Here's my final gift, and then after we're about to approach the jet armor. I've always envisioned the power armor and the jet armor as well. I think that's what they're supposed to be. They're like precursors to the super armor. Why did I use a track from Mega Man 11? So you're about to see it down there, but this is Dr. Wily's ship, and if you notice, we haven't seen Anchor yet. And that's because he is the boss commanding this ship. I'm sure he's not going to be too happy. We've killed all his fellow bounty hunters. Right, I forgot it doesn't go straight down like that. Yeah, you could just use Charge Kick to cheese this, but that's boring, so I'm not doing that. That is a weird hitbox. Sorry, I'm like, I don't really have anything to say right now, and I'm trying to focus. But yeah, you can't just use this to just cheese everything. And it especially doesn't help that I give such generous drops at the end. I think this is why the Proto Man level has like, I'm very stingy with the drops in that one. So here's Anchor. I don't remember what his weakness is in this one. I know I changed it. Yeah, no, slide click doesn't work on him here, but it works on him in the next one? I don't know. Wait, is it B-dash? Hold on, I'm trying to see what your weakness is, you bitch. This is kind of you'll see it especially in the next level, but I seriously regret having Diamond Shield be the weapon given to you at the end of the third temple. So yeah, you go up into space is what that's supposed to be, and you're back at the You get to act. I should probably check if I'm recording. I've been playing this for almost an hour. So you get to Act 5, and this is the finale. yeah, you get a Rockmonster Act 5. So you've made it to Wiley's ship. Um, oh god, Solar Inferno, I love this theme. This level almost looks cool, save from the fucking oil everywhere. uh, I'm not really sure how to feel about how the level plays. It is, I really wanted to go nuts with the difficulty. But again, you could just use jet armor and charge kick to maybe not cheese everything necessarily. Whoop, my bad. I want you to keep in mind real quick that I'm not using charge kick because I'm using like the intended solution for these. But realistically, there's much easier ways to do these levels, namely charge kick being completely broken. Whoop, that was close. God damn it. Oh! I was too slow. Yeah, that jump is not nearly as hard as you think it is. I don't know why I pulled it out and then proceeded to not use it. Alright, I'm trying to... Those spikes being on the ceiling were, one, to prevent you from kind of like... It was meant to make it challenging, but I wanted to prevent you from doing that. You totally could if you timed it right. But I'm not going to do that because I'm trying to show you guys the intended solutions. Yeah, I really got to keep that. Once I get back to making the levels, I really got to keep that in mind. Like, what abilities can just be... God damn it. Could just be used to, like, make this easier. I screwed up big time. Especially at the end of this one. With charge kick. Yeah, I remember I actually had a fair amount of trouble playtesting that. That entire first section. Honestly, that's the first part of this level is my favorite. The rest of it is just kind of meh. They're good parts. Like, I like that you're kind of in a outer space area, but it's super short. The reason it's super short, by the way, is you had to... I could totally be wrong, but I manually placed the low gravity sections in the entirety of the area, and I don't think I had a choice. So now we're in another area, and you're supposed to go down, but we are not going to do that. You want to see something cool? What's this? A secret boss? Did I seriously make his weakness Flame Sword? Why would I do this? Here's an ability that you have no reason to use. There you go, I just showed you a secret. There was a secret in Act 4 as well, but I neglected to show you. I kind of like that part, although I don't understand why I didn't just do the abilities in order, but it's whatever. Oh look, we're back here. Actually, real quick, I wonder if I can get back to the top. This I remade this from memory, so it's like totally wrong. I fucked up here. But not with Anchor. The reason I put him here is because I thought it would be poetic to get the weapon that's strongest against Yellow Devil in the room where you were defeated by Yellow Devil from the guy who's been harassing you the whole time. The problem is, and this could have been fixed so easily, I just had to remove this block right here, and then he wouldn't have gotten stuck there, but what you can do is this. You can literally just spam Buster him. But I'm gonna go down there. And, slide kick is his weakness, but it's his. He doesn't have a primary weakness. He has a. This is his secondary weakness, and I think he's immune to. I'm not sure what he's immune to. I should have made him immune to Mega Buster, honestly. No, I made him immune to this. Or was that Yellow Devil? Can I even make that jump? I sure can. Yeah, I always thought it was cool how he can, like, jump on the blocks. Made it more interesting. So yeah, Anchor is dead. And I fucked up yet again. I'm sorry I'm cursing so much. I messed up again. So this reflects projectiles, but the problem was I originally had more of the doors. I should die to show you, but if you're too close to the doors while you're reflecting the attack, it won't do anything. And if you kill this guy, you will be soft locked. Like there's literally no other way out of here. And you have to checkpoint it. So yeah, that's why that enemy is there, so you can get out of here. I know putting this in a checkpoint room is really stupid, but I don't know. This jump sucks. That's not what I meant to do. It's possible without it. You're supposed to get out of there before the beams get you. Those don't insta-kill you like the one at the beginning does. I actually found out that all the beams do different amounts of damage depending on the color. Red insta-kills you, these do like a hefty amount of damage, and green chip damages you. I was gonna put another secret there, but I decided against it because I was tired and I just wanted to get the level done. So yeah, after the fight with Anchor, the level design just kind of went to shit, in my opinion. I like what I was trying to do with this arena, but I messed it up. You literally, all you have to do is reflect him with that when he's down here. You can sit down here while he's up there, and like, dodging them is easy, but you can just do this. And I acknowledged that, and I was going to make him immune to Diamond Shield, but I just neglected to do so for some reason. Actually, I think he is immune to it. Whoops. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to, like, I wanted to make it difficult for you to stay in one spot. So that's why those electric beams are there. And I kind of put the spikes down here as like a contingency if you like camping down here. What I could have done is, and what I should have done, was I should have put the electric traps down here, and I should have made those go off frequently. Like I might honestly just open the level editor after this and do that, see how much better it is. But yeah, I should put them down here to prevent you from like staying in one spot. And what I could have done is have like electric traps up there too, but make them like, because they're on, they stay on for like a fucking eternity. So you can't just like jump rope like I was hoping. This is the worst level design I've ever seen. You know, you beat Yellow Devil. It's Bounce Man's abilities because, I don't know, in Mega Man Powered Up, he's not a Rockmonster anymore, even though he is supposed to be in this one. I like the music here, though. So I kind of wanted the, Uh, this was meant to answer, like, you know, like, where are all the petite devils coming from? This is meant to be kind of like where they exit and go to Earth, as you're about to see. Oh yeah, it's Dr. Wily. Uh, he can you his main weakness is the thing Yellow Devil gives you, because of course it is. And his second his secondary weakness is the Mega Buster, because of course it is. I hate this Wily machine. I hate how those things move. And then that's it. That's the whole alternate climax for Mega Man 1. God, I'm not. It's not awful, but it's very clear that, like, after you finish off Anchor, that I was just trying to get it done. This level is, uh, it's called Act Zero. These are, you know, Proto Man and Mega Man haven't met yet, so they aren't like 100% cool or anything. But these series of levels are basically meant to explain what happened to the, you know, Mega Man didn't finish off the Robot Masters, but Proto Man he did, and that's it. You know, that's why Mega Man had to get a different series of abilities there. It's also meant to explain why Charge Kick was just chilling in the room where you have your second encounter with Anchor. So this is, it's half prequel, half side story, because like the first set of levels takes place uh, before Mega Man makes it to Wily's Space Fortress. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. There's no controlled environment. You just, like, you... The idea is to examine the obstacles first, and then go. It's kind of stupid, because I kind of just... I assume that every player knows what this thing does. So I kind of like what I did here. You know, the Cutman had his tile set got like a complete rework in the PSP remake of the game. You know, he like cuts down trees, but before it was just like it was these like off green tiles, and I thought it'd be cool to like have that be his like fortress. Those are the green beams. They do chip damage, but for some reason sometimes they just don't damage me. I was supposed to slide under that, but I didn't. Yeah, this is the curse of this level is the only way for you to enjoy it is to you have to already know what you're doing. But like going into it for the first time, it's probably just going to be obnoxious, and it sucks. And you can see if you like stay under it for too long, it'll damage you. And this is kind of what I mean by you have to examine what's going on before you like climb up the ladder completely. God damn it. That did not have the effect I thought it was going to have, but... And here is Cutman's boss room. He is also weak to Charge Kick. The boss arena, I kind of tried to rectify that by making, by adding the spikes, of course, and the fact that you can also reflect his cut thing with your shield, but he's not giving me a chance to demonstrate that. There we go. I like this level. I know Echo fucking hates it, but I like how this turned out. Obviously I don't think it's my best work, but yeah, the general idea. I've said that who knows how many times at this point. Uh, you know, Proto Man isn't entirely cool with Mega Man yet. He's not really cool with Light either. I'm trying to follow the characterization he has in the Archie comics. His Archie incarnation, I guess. You know, he's not like cool with Mega Man yet, but he also doesn't mind like lending him a hand every once in a while, like a common enemy type thing. So yeah, and then I stopped there because I realized, wow, I am just, the hours are just slipping beneath my fingers. That's about it. The reason why I was just gonna call it Rockmonster Act 0, but I messed up. I was going to have this be one giant level, but I accidentally like started making the level in the middle of the level, and I didn't have any room or any way to. I could use the teleporters, like me and Pax did in our collab level. I'll probably talk about that another time. I haven't uploaded it yet. Yeah, I'll let you guys know if I do come back to this. I don't really need to, because Proto Man isn't super important, but I think it'll be cool. That's pretty much it. This is a long-ass video. I'm sorry, I did not think it was going to take this long. If you want more video, like maybe not me like showing off my levels, maybe just me playing Mega Man Maker, I can do that. But I'm not really 100% on that, to be honest. I don't know. I guess let me know what you guys think. Alright, later.